Welcome to Bond SCX. This is week 33, August 15th to August 19th. This is Lance, the Bargain Stock Bounty Hunter, back at you again. Got Daz joining me this week, so we're going to go through a couple good call outs for the week. Let me get started with a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I advising anyone to spend their money. This is only for educational purposes and only my opinion. Any money spent is at the individual's own discretion and not due to any information from me. So let's get started. If you're new to the channel, I typically go through a scan through the weekend, and that's kind of a proverbial X marks the spot for me. So I'll pull out true value, I'll pull out good trending stocks, and then I'll go to the charts and see which one of those are at a good position to start buying in. Typically like to buy stocks under value and hold them until they start to make money. So kind of what I like to do. So start out this week with the NASDAQ. It's typically what I like to start out to do, go through and see where the market is. So looking at the charts on the NASDAQ, we see pretty much a very bullish trend that's really taking place and ever since really early June. Very good sign that the market is getting back to a better place. I know there's a lot of lines on here, so just bear with me here, but looks like last week we see the market really take off, jump above really where I expect it to be. Actually got right back into the cake range. These purple bands here are the stronghold of the stock price for within the last year. That's what the price really wants to be. So we see the price coming right back into that zone, which is a great sign. I also see the 180-day SMA. This is the green line here. We see it very much coming very close to attacking that SMA. So what that 180-day SMA is actually 6 months ago where the price was, right? So it's the moving average, simple moving average from where really, if you look back, it's right when the Ukraine war started, right? So it started around February. So right around that same point where the price was at that point. What we want to see is, will the price be resisted by the SMA, or will it actually explode through and continue forward? So a lot of good things coming up this week. So in this week, we'll see for sure if it will cross the SMA, or will it just be resistant and pull back down. Just looking at the zone from where it's been in the last month, we can see it's pretty much in the middle of that progression, right? So here's the bands of the progression here. So it's right in the middle of that progression. So that's another good opportunity to see what's going to happen. Is it going to stay above that middle zone of progression? It's going to fall back down. So I expect by Friday that this will stay just below the SMA and still be in a good position of a bullish nature. So I think the market will still push forward. I think there's some really good days ahead of us this week. I think about Monday, Tuesday should be a good push, and I believe Thursday, and then Friday we should see a little bit of a pullback. So I expect it to be around by Friday 12,900 to around 13,100. I expect to be around that range by Friday. Moving on to the New York Stock Exchange, another market I like to keep an eye on. It's a very similar thing. Here's the 180-day SMA, this green line here. I'm sure we're back to where we were in February, somewhere around this point where the price is trying to get to. And that's exactly what we want to see this week. Do we want to see, is it going to explode through the SMA, pull back through? And we'll see that with a lot of stocks that we're looking at within the last couple of weeks. We'll see how close they're all coming back to where they were 6 months ago. So that's one of the reasons I use a 180-day SMA. Most of your financial institutions will use a 200-day SMA. I typically like to use a 180-day SMA. It gives me about a month before all the institutions jump in and push the price up. So just kind of getting in just a little bit sooner than most of them are. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. So it looks like by Friday, I expect the New York Stock Exchange to be somewhere around the 15,800 range to around the 16,000 range. So somewhere around there. Do expect it to peak above the SMA for a couple of days and then probably pull back down. So good signs all in the market this week. So there's a lot of good opportunities. So let's look at the scans. Excuse me. Look at the scans for the week. So looking at the top of the charts, there's a lot of strong moving stocks. As I mentioned, everything's getting real close to the SMAs. So I'm gonna come down on the list a little bit. A lot of stocks are overpriced in that range and don't see any opportunities to get in underpriced. So Carnival is the first one on the list that popped up for me. Carnival's moving at a trend of a 2, 73 cents overpriced, coming in at a true value of $9.99. So almost like a perfect sale price, right? When you go to the store, $9.99. So let's go to the charts and see what Carnival's showing us this week. So Carnival's one we've called out quite a bit over the last couple weeks. It's been a lot of great opportunities to get in. We can see in the week of July 26th, great opportunities came down to my price point a couple times that week. Then we see on the week of August 9th, stayed above, stayed real bullish there, did not come down to an opportunity to buy then. Then we see last week, or this week, I see a great opportunity for this to come in. So we see actually last week, it actually came right into zone where I projected it would be. It just did not come down far enough to actually get in and buy more. It came right down below true value we see here, but we see the teal, the green, the red, the blue are all in order of a bullish sign, which is great. Finally getting right into that order. So we see, I say by Friday, we'll see a potential of $10.77 to about $11.56. I think there's a potential, it may be very tough, but maybe one day it may pull down to about $9.58. I think that's a great price if you can get down to $9.58. I think you can definitely get in, I believe, a true value at $9.99. But I'm gonna call out $9.58 as a good low to get in as a potential for this week. So that's my call out for Carnival, $9.58. So that's what's your call out for Carnival this week.
If you can get in Carnival at 9.85, I think you'll be all right. That's my call out for this week. I also will say that I think Carnival is one that if you get in, like you said, the true value at $9.99, like can't really beat that. You know, a single digit, I don't think, for this stock.
All right, good deal. $9.85 that's going in, and again, this is a great opportunity. Carnival's got a lot of growth opportunity. Think about all the restrictions that are being lifted. In single digit stock that typically wants to be around the 1859, 1686 range. So can't really go wrong. There's some uncovered manipulation here going all the way back to June 9th. It pulls out around 1289. So a lot of great opportunities. It's still far away from the SMA. It's SMA still pretty high around the 1641 range. So it's really nowhere but up to go from here. So definitely a good one this week. Moving on to the next one is FedEx. So I got FedEx caught out as a short-term hold, trend of a 2, slight trend up, so not too bad. 89 cents overpriced, coming in at a true value of $229.79. So looking at the charts on FedEx. So looking at a 1 year, 1 day. So FedEx is really a good trading pattern. You can see real quick, looking at the cake band, stays quite a bit in that band from looking back from October to about February. Then we see a lot of pullback and a lot of strength below that band. And we see it come down to a low of 192.82 around April. And then that's when a lot of opportunities for us to get in. And so I called it out. We've called out FedEx a couple of times this year. Came down to our price in April, stayed above our price point, came down to true value in May 11th, and then it came down to our price point in May 17th. The following week, fell below and pulled back up, and it's been pretty much on a slow bullish pattern. See a lot of manipulation here. June 14th, pushed the price back up attacked the SMA, jumped above the SMA. Now it's kind of pulled back below. Now it's just kind of teeter-tottering on the SMA. You can kind of watch that here. But very easy to see what's going on with FedEx. As far as getting in price point wise, I think a great price point this week would be 222.36. Do see a little bit of a pullback here from last week. I think it may fall back below not true value, but the lower band of the cake range. I believe it'll come back down there and possibly come back up by Friday. So I'm thinking about Friday around the 230.97 range to 227 range. So looking anywhere between, look at the potential percentages this week, not a lot. If it comes down to 222.36, looking at about 2.25% to about 3.75%. So somewhere around that range. So I'm going in with Carnival this week at $222.36. That's my call out, and I feel like that's a good price point there. So Daz, what's your call out for FedEx this week?
Yeah, I wrote down 224.60.
Okay. 224.60.
Not too bearish.
Any other thoughts on FedEx? Is FedEx a good company you feel comfortable with investing in? Did you say 36?
I mean, yeah, 224.36. I think it's a good. Wait, did I say 36? That's fine. 224. That's fine. So, yeah, that's like, you can keep it there. But yeah, I think it's a good company. It's not going anywhere,
That's definitely true. All right, good deal. Moving on to the next one, Barrick Gold. So Barrick Gold is a company that does mining for in gold exploration. So coming in at a trend of a 2, 61 cents over price, coming in at true value of $16.13 this week. Just go to the charts and see what opportunities are there for Barrick Gold. Again, you look at a 1 year, 1 day. See a nice, really trading pattern here with this one as well. So we look at the cake band, and you can kind of see this one just kind of moves very, very in and out of this range, which is very good. SMA seems to be mostly pretty flat compared to a lot of companies you can look at right now. See it way above the cake range. A lot of manipulation in the price around March and May. And then we see this comes right down. We just see a recent low, actually on July 25th of $14.08. And that's really because the price of gold obviously has fallen quite a bit. But if you know anything about the price of gold, once it falls down, it doesn't stay down very long. So great opportunity if you don't have the ability to buy the commodity of gold, to actually buy a company like Barrick Gold, to actually invest in that, to actually catch the pullback on the gold price. So I think it's a great opportunity if you're interested in gold, to actually, again, if you can't buy the gold itself, the commodity, you can actually buy just a stock or a company that invests in gold for you. So great opportunity looking here, looking at the band, the progressive band, a nice kind of a ping-ponging effect here. I think this will actually pull back down. It is a little bit overpriced again, as I mentioned. I think it can come back down to true value. It hasn't actually crossed the blue here. This teal is still has the potential of pulling back against it. So I think there's some opportunity if it does pull back. I'll feel real comfortable getting in. It's $15.63. I wouldn't buy it too much higher than that, with the expectation by Friday. $16.82 to around $17.20. Definitely can get out there, or you can hold it. Again, it's pretty far from the SMA, definitely far from the normal ranges that it likes to be in with the cake range. So I would say definitely a good opportunity to hold this one. But I feel real comfortable with Barrick Gold this week. If it comes down to 1563, that I'm willing to buy Barrick Gold. So that's my call out this week for Barrick Gold. Daz, what's your call out for Barrick this week?
Yeah, I actually got 15 even.
Okay. 15. That's pretty close. Pretty close.
Don't really know too much. Yeah, I don't really know too much about this one, but looking at the charts and stuff, I think 15 even is not bad.
Okay. Yeah. Good
What's
range.
your you got like a long-term price point with this one, or just for the week?
I would say long term. Again, this one tends to want to be around this 1940 range. I would say on the high 2146, low 1940, 46 as far as long term. A lot of opportunities. So if you're looking at percentage wise, looking at easy 24% to about 37%. Probably looking at this progressive band, probably looking around September, October range at the latest. So, the price of gold is really much affecting this one. So let's look at the gold real quick since we're on it. No, that's not gold. All right, so here's gold futures here. And you see how much this has been down since just about April. And you see a little bit more resistance here, but starting to be a little more bullish, but it's right in the cake band of its stronghold of the price here. So it's right in a good zone where it wants to be. So if it ever pops above here, which it does look like it's going to here in the near future, it should be fine. So, but gold futures are pretty steady, but it was really inflated going right into the war time frame. It just really spiked the price quite a bit. So it doesn't really want to be here. It wants to be somewhere in this range. So, all right. Moving on to the next one for the week is Daz, your favorite. ABML comes in at a flat trend this week, a penny overpriced. So it's right at true value at 81 cents. So let's go to the charts and show you what I'm seeing with ABML. Being American Battery. This one we've been kind of watching for quite a while. I've called it out back in March. It did not come down to our price point. We did predict that it would take off. Maybe not as much of a takeoff as we see here in the charts, but it did go pretty high that week. It went from coming into that week about right at a little bit over $1, and it took off in about 9 to 10 days, 69% up to $1.73. A lot of volume coming in, manipulating the price point. So we knew this was not real. Definitely has come back down, covered that manipulation, and even further down. We see a support here at 56 cents, pretty well. Came down, supported quite a few times here within the month of June and July. You see another bit of a bullish opportunity, a little bit of manipulation here. So called it out last week, felt like it could come down to 71 cents. It did not. It came down. Did come back in the zone where I projected it to be by Friday, but it just stayed bullish. Monday and Tuesday, pretty strong. Actually, some more manipulation coming in Tuesday. I would say this week, good opportunity. If it can come down to 76 cents, I think it's very possible. I still think it's possible to come down to 71 cents as well this week, but I'm gonna call out 76 cents as a good opportunity to get in and then average down from there. By Friday, I expect it to be somewhere around 79 to 85 cents. So 76 cents is my call out for American Battery this week. Daz, what's your call out for ABTC, ABML?
If you can get in 73. I think that's great. I mean, I mean, I mentioned it before. I mean, anything under $1 long term, I feel like you'll make the money. So I mean, if you wanted to honestly buy it at 80 cents and average down from there, just hold it a little while, can't really go wrong. I know they finished up a few things on their plant almost. So I feel like once that get done and they actually start generating revenue, it's going to take off.
Okay.
But
And that's going to happen. Is that going to happen this year?
I think it's projected to. I just know, I know it's taking a little while though. But I think it's projected. I have to maybe get with you this. We can do like another quick little snippet video update or something. So
okay,
I'll do some digging.
Sounds good. Next on the list is Moderna. So Moderna comes in flat this week, $4.57 on sale, with a true value of $175.75. So let's look at Moderna on the charts and see what we see there. Moderna's been obviously one of the in the news quite a bit over the last year and a half. See a slow trend up. I mean, a very slow trend up. It's coming in flat for the week, but you see going back to February, it's been on a kind of a very slow trend, and we can see a low of 115.61 for within the last year, June 14th. And then we had a call out. So I actually called this one out going back to April. It did not come down to my price point that week. Actually fell below the next week. Called it out again in July 6th week. Did not come to my price point, and it definitely shot off that week. I'm gonna try to catch this one this week. You can see it's actually just crossed the SMA August 3rd with some manipulation here. So I don't think that's real. It's not real money. It's not real value. You see it come down. We see it just about cover that by Friday. So we see the price get manipulated, jump above the SMA, fall below the SMA, and we see it come almost down to cover that zone. I do think it does seem like the teal, it has crossed the green on the downside. So see a little bit of a pullback here. Again, it's going to definitely cover this manipulation. I think you can actually get in with at 160.50 this week. I think that can come back down. Looks like it shows a little support there and get out by, if you want to get out by Friday, around 170, 179 to 179.38. So not a bad percentage, somewhere around 7 to 11% by Friday. Definitely think you can hold it a little longer, but definitely by Friday around that range. So I'm definitely seeing the MACD, nice indication that it might do a little bit pullback with the volume. So you might see some volume come back in and try to scoop it up around the same price point. Don't be surprised if it does come down to around the 139 range, but that's, again, you can average down if you feel like a long-term holder there. But I definitely feel comfortable with 160.50. That's my call out for Moderna. That's what your call out for Moderna this week.
Yeah, I'm at 163.40.
163.40. Okay.
Yeah, yes, like that. 163.40.
Sounds good. It's a good price. Good price. Any thoughts on Moderna as far as long term?
I mean, I don't know. Long term, I don't know. It's companies like that, man. They can go, as you saw, from what, 50 to 400 to 400 to 160, 163, 170s.
Right.
So it's kind of.
And this one was
460,
485. It's just September of last year.
Yeah, like those companies like that, man.
A lot of bag holders back in that time frame. So somebody's holding it.
You know, somebody bought it there too.
or they either hold it or they sold it out at a loss. One of the two. There's only two choices you got.
Yeah,
All
got
right.
it name me.
Long-term outlook, no go for Moderna, but short-term opportunities, I think, like I said, within this week, I think sounds very good. So I agree with you on that. All right, moving on to the next one. Suncor Energy comes in at a flat trend, overpriced at $1.03. A true value at $31.72. So haven't called this one out before. Kind of new to scanning Suncor Energy. Popped up on Stock Twits this week as a good opportunity. Scanned it and then looked at the charts. And so pretty much a good growing stock here. Don't know a lot about this company, but just looking at the charts shows me a great opportunity. Looking at the cake range, it's been high above that range since March of this year. Slowly growing, been above the SMA, pretty steadily supporting the SMA since around November. And then we see a little bit of a pullback and see come against the SMA here in July. So looking at opportunities that presents themselves to us, nice progression over the last, since July, nice slight progression up here. Within the last week, it's been flat. And so I think coming in this week, it's going to be flat. I think I just had earnings call. They actually beat estimates by about almost 30 cents, 40 cents actually. So good looking stock. Definitely like this one's one you can get in this week. I see the teal just crossed the green. The green and the red haven't crossed, and the red and the blue haven't crossed on the Williams Alligator EMA. And so definitely see an opportunity that this may resist the blue. See it resist the blue here on 729 and 8.3, a rejection here on the blue. So expect another resistance on the blue potential. Come back down. I believe it's $30.51, which is in the cake range here. Kind of high in the cake range, which is a little risky, but at 30.51 with a company that seems to show a lot of progression here, I think you can get out 31.65 to 32.36. So anywhere between 3.5% to 6% this week. So 30.51, I feel real comfortable getting into Suncor Energy, and that's my call out. 30.51. That's what your call out for Suncor Energy.
Yeah, this might be like too bearish, but I got 28.77.
Okay, 28.77. Yeah, you definitely far away from me on this one. What are you seeing on this one?
I think I was just looking at the MACD at I think a 4-hour chart. I think it crossed. I think that's the one. Or like it's about to, I think. Was it the 4? Wait, no.
It's already crossing 4 hour.
Which one? I don't got my computer in front of me today.
That's all right. Sorry.
Yeah, there we go. It was that one probably then.
It's a 1 hour chart. Yeah, it's already starting to show a pullback slightly. Okay. So you said 20, what's your call right now? 28.77. That's about right on the top upper band of the cake range here, looks like. It's 28.5. So yeah, sounds I can see it come down and support that. It looks like it came down to that range around July 14th. So okay, it makes sense. So by Friday, if it comes down 28.77, you think it could pull back at least 5% by then? By Friday, 5%.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's more of just like a worse. I don't really know much about this company, so I'm always bearish with a company I don't really know about.
Gotcha.
You know, just by default.
That's fair. All right, and then last but not least is SoFi. SoFi comes in flat, about 19 cents overpriced. $7.46 is the true value. I've been scanning SoFi for quite a while. Haven't had a great opportunity. I found a great opportunity to get in at a good price. We can look at Real quick, 1 year, 1 day, it was high at $24.65. Pretty much been on a down slope since then, quite a bit. Had hit a low of $4.82 around May 5th, right at earnings call that they had for that quarter. They definitely pretty much met their expectations. So on their earnings per share, they've had a recent earnings call, and they actually met expectations again, pretty much at the same price. What they expected to lose was 12 cents per share on August 12th. So we see a slow, slight progression since around June 15th. But within the last month, we see it come in a lot flatter, and see a little bit of manipulation here on August 3rd. See the price go. We've got about 147 million shares. I'm sorry, 147 million shares, which is quite a lot for a company that trades normally around 20 million shares. Go from a price point of $7.30 to about $8.25. So a lot of manipulation there. See that pull back down. See it get covered pretty much in about what 4 or 5 days. So manipulation cover. Then we see another opportunity for this to fall back down this week. But MACD looks pretty good, pretty strong here on the 1 year, 1 day chart. It does like it came down and supported on the green EMA for the Williams alligator. But don't think that that's going to hold very, very strong there. I do see an opportunity that may come down. Just looking at how it's kind of ping-ponging in this progressive range. But there's a great opportunity for this to come down and support at $6.69, which would be at the low band of that small progression, real close to the blue support on the Williams alligator. So it could fall below that to around 633. I feel real comfortable about 669 and getting out by Friday at 725 or 775, or you could hold it. It's getting real close to the SMA, the 180-day SMA. So I project it'll be probably before then, but at the latest September for it to cross and attack that SMA. So I would say probably about 10 to 16% potential this week. So I'm going in with the SoFi at $6.69. That's what your call out for SoFi this week.
Yeah, I wrote down $6.90.
Okay, that's real close. 690. Have you ever scanned or looked at SoFi much? No.
A long time ago. I just pulled it back up too. I mean, I think a long term. Wait, hello, you can hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I think long term, you can't go wrong. I just looked it up. They got a lot of institutions that got a pretty big chunk of it. So
okay, that's a good sign. That's a real good sign. Yeah. All right. Anything else on
they're hammered too.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, yeah, they got really hammered bad too. You can see 24 to 6. So yeah.
Yeah, I think their earnings per share has been kind of keeping people away from buying it at higher prices. I think that's part of they seem to be losing some earnings per share. So not sure what's going on that end, but I do see the volume potential starting to pick back up. I think that's a good sign. And again, anything that's getting close to the SMA is always a good sign too. So, all right. Anything else you got, Daz, for this week?
No, not for this week. No.
All right, man. Appreciate you joining me again as usual. Always,
no problem. Enjoyed it.
Always keep me on my toes. Make sure I'm throwing out good numbers here. So I appreciate you joining me on the YouTube channel. All the new subscribers, thanks for hitting that bell button, and continue to like the videos, share the videos. Again, I'm gonna try to bring you the best content that I can possible. Again, looking for anything that's underpriced, looking for anything that is of good value. Not into buying stocks at high prices and holding for 3 or 4 years. So I'm bringing you something that you can buy now and hopefully make some money this week, and also make some money in the near future. So continue watching the channel, and I appreciate you joining me today. Thanks a lot. Bye.